The other day I was bored and decided to waste my weekend away by rewatching the Hooley Dooleys. Well, if you don't know them, basically it was three middle-aged fathers who decided, hey, why don't we do what that Giggles group is doing? But instead of four side characters, let's add a fucking kangaroo and a do that. Like, that's 100% different, am I right? To make a long story short, the Dooleys started in 1996 with three members. Bruce, who was basically every Daryl I have ever met in my life. David, who always reminded me of a mix between a school sports teacher and a James Bond villain. And Antoine, who was the French refugee they got in for diversity points. They always referenced he was from France in almost every song they did. Here's a short compilation proving my point.
Yeah, he's from France. Yeah, he's from France.
Bonjour, I'm Antoine. Hello, it's Antoine.
And he's from France.
And where I grew up, we speak a different language, so I thought I'd show you some of the words. Bonjour, merci, au revoir.
Antoine's t-shirt has a picture of his special Eiffel Tower. It's from France, just like Antoine. Yep, he's from France. Yep, he's from France.
Un, deux, trois.
1, 2, 3.
Un, deux, trois.
He's counting in French, you see.
Un, deux, trois. 4, 5, 6.
That's the way you count up to 6.
7, 8, 9. Et puis 10.
7, 8, 9, and then there comes 10.
Anyways, in 2004, Bruce left for no real reason at all. Unless they wanted to beat the Wiggles first in everything. Like, if you think about it, they did in a way. Like, they did a CGI video before Wiggles space dancing in 2002 called Oopsadazee. Well, after Bruce left, for more diversity points, they decided to add two new main characters in the form of superheroes, named both, get this, Penelope Perfect and Captain Catastrophe. Like, that idea hasn't been done to death, am I right? And today we're going to talk about that period of time after Bruce's last video, and we're going to start it off with their first one to introduce these two new characters called simply Super Dooper. Here we go. But before we start, can I add that like Russell's voice changed over the years? Maybe he went through kangaroo puberty, I don't know. Like, here's a few examples of this.
Hey, do you want to play a game? You'll all need to stand up and do what I do.
Wow, what a great! And now it's time for our peaky clown, Bruce!
Cover your eyes and don't you peek. I can see you. Can you see me?
I've got my shovel and I'm ready for work.
And yes, I still got the DVD for this from when I was a kid. Yeah, an embarrassing story, I know, but hey, what can you do? You can tell this is my childhood copy, just judging on the cover alone. It's not in the best shape. The disc has seen better days, of course. But hey, nostalgia, am I right? I had to keep this. When I saw it in my mum's shed, I had to keep it. For nostalgia, bro, am I right? Am I right or wrong? Anyways, this video starts off with an intro that looks edited on a Windows 98 computer. Which I know, this sounds like a nitpick, but can you see like the black background underneath the cutouts of the characters? It might have been an editing mistake though, so in this case it's forgiven. And here we get the self-titled song, which isn't actually a bad song, honestly. Not gonna lie, with Antoine doing some extended noting of certain lyrics.
Super duper jumping, super duper kicking, super duper kicking, super duper thinking.
Pretty much this video is a basic, someone is lost and they gotta find them throughout the whole said video. After the first postcard from the character, creatively called Poss, we then get the next tune called Postcard, which is my favourite because of how lazy it sounds and the way the lyrics were written and are worded here by both David and Antoine.
I received a postcard from
I'm the boss man. No, I'm kidding. Also, the next song, which is basically just filler, to be honest, and is my least favorite song, so nothing else to say. The fourth song, which is basically a duet between Russell and Tickle, is actually funny because you can use David's vocals to illustrate any point you have. Like, is this video awful?
Yes.
Are the superheroes entertaining?
No.
After more filler, we get the next postcard, which is a tree, and we meet both.
Captain,
Chic,
everything I do is
chic,
photography.
chic,
Did someone call me?
chic,
I'm
chic,
everything I
chic,
is
chic.
To which they duet on a song called Superhero, which is a basic, badly performed song with both of the people singing sounding off key, with David's vocals obviously blended in the mix to help both said untrained singers.
I'm a superhero.
So I have supersonic hearing.
And I will rescue, I will rescue, I will rescue you.
Captain Catastrophe.
After another filler song, we get the next postcard from the postman character, who honestly looks like me in the next 10 to 15 years if YouTube doesn't work out in my favour. And Poss tells the Dooleys and their new friends, plus, Russell and Tickle, that she is up high, to which the Dooleys and their friends, yada yada, plus the two new characters, think she meant the moon, to which they go there in like 2 seconds. So slowing down time does work in the Dooley universe. So take that, Marvel and DC. But out of this whole moon scene, of course, we get one of my favourite songs called Walk, which in my honest opinion has Antoine's best vocal performance, all memes aside. This song is used after Antoine from France meets a robot called Pixel.
Let's walk together and talk together.
And after the song, they get another postcard.
Finding you was easy. It was the cycling that was hard. It's all uphill.
At the theatre, we get another filler song and more unfunny material from Captain Catastrophe, who, in my opinion, was the worst character ever added in anything children's related. Because he is supposed to be like comic relief when the Dooleys aren't doing anything funny or interesting, but fails at providing anything that's actually entertaining or funny, besides falling down. LOL! The next song, called Hands Dancing, is just, hey, how can we copy the Wiggles even more? Okay, well the Asian dude has an organ sound on his keyboard, so let's do the same, and the song again is badly mixed. And David's vocals here are, no offense, pretty ass, to be honest.
Roll, wiggle your fingers, hide 'em away.
However, Mirror, not Justin Timberlake's Mirror, the Hooley Dooleys Mirror, performed by Antoine, is actually a pretty enjoyable song and is really catchy as fuck though. Like, listen to this and try to tell me different, alright?
When you brush your teeth, or you brush your hair, put on your coat, there's always a mirror there.
The next postcard sends the Dooleys and their friends to a very generic playground, where more filler is sung. But one thing I noticed was that during the song called Win, which after being told a timely, convenient windstorm is happening, but the original actress who plays Penelope Perfect here looks really uncomfortable while bending her legs during the song, which was probably why she didn't appear in any future Hooley Dooleys videos. Hint hint, I've got tea on David. Hint hint. After Win, they end up finding Poss and end the video off with Antoine singing another beautifully performed song called Conga Line. Like, listen to these mad vocals here.
I get up in the morning, look to bed at night, I get up in the morning, go to bed at night.
But in all honesty, memes and jokes aside, overall I do still have nostalgia for this video. Plus I remember going to see this live back in like 04 when it came out, but unfortunately I can't remember much from that. Anyways, I still do have a lot of nostalgia for this video, and the Bruce videos, of course too. Plus, some of the songs aren't too bad, honestly, as I made them out to be. But there's still obviously some that are not that good. Like, there's one that wasn't used in this video that's only on the CD, thank God, and it's called, Giggles. Imagine Daft Punk, but in a children's song. I gotta play a little bit of a snippet to illustrate my point. I'm really sorry.
We got the giggles, giggles.
Oh no!
We got the giggles.
But look, you can see my undies. Undies.
Like Mel Heap needed a heap of money. Get it? Alright, it's not that funny, I know, but honestly, him voicing the Russell character, no offense, is the worst thing he ever did. Like, it is legit the worst thing he ever did. Cause he made the character's voice more unbearable and more fucking annoying than before. Now that we've done Super Dooper, let's continue with their next release from a year later in 2005 called At the Farm. Which, unfortunately, I don't remember this one. Maybe because of the fact, from memory, the album and the video had two different titles, which the video is called At the Farm, but the studio album for this video is called Smile, and even Bert Newton looks really concerned by this when introducing them on Good Morning Australia to promote it at the time.
They've also got a CD out which is called Smile, and there is also a DVD too, which is At the Farm, 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 At the Farm.
Well, At the Farm is a video about the Hooley Dooleys car breaking down, and pretty much the second song called Something's Wrong with the Motor Car explains what happened. But if you don't know, this is basically an older song from their 1999 album Pop, which was deleted from the video at the time. The fourth song, called Toe Tapping, isn't an actual bad singing performance from Antoine again, and is quite annoyingly catchy too, to be honest. We then meet the Super Friends rejects. Oh god. And yes, the joke from Super Dooper about me having tea on David applies here too, as the Penelope Perfect here looks and sounds very different compared to the one played in the last video. Captain Catastrophe tries to fix but fucks up the Hooley Dooleys steering wheel, which could cause a lawsuit of some sort, you know, if an accident happened. Anyways, after another filler song, we then get treated to a medley of older songs and back catalogue, including some badly performed versions of songs like Funny Sounds, Russell the Muscly Kangaroo, Bottom Boogie, Show Me Your Hands, and Pizza, which has this really annoying police siren sound effect added for some reason. And it makes it, to me, in my honest opinion, very unlistenable. Even as a, even if I was a fan, it would still be very unlistenable. But the fire truck part of the medley isn't actually that bad, to be honest. With Antoine and Mel Heap actually sounding good on this.
We're off in a fire truck this morning, Russell and me. Yeah. We're off in a fire truck this morning. Well, there's a cat stuck in a tree, and we go ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-rio, 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 rio. One more, ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-rio, ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-rio, ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-rio.
After the medley of throwaway songs, we then get another older song from the Keep On Dancing album called Go to Sleep, which this version here is actually better than the original in that it isn't as badly overdubbed with really loud strings that almost completely bury Antoine's voice in the mix. After a good night's sleep, we get another song called Little Ray of Sunshine. No, not the classic Aussie song of the same name. And more filler is sung, of course, plus another older song called In the Garden, which Bruce originally sang in the first video, if I'm correct. Maybe Antoine had some nostalgia for his old mate, who knows. But we do get the weirdest song I've ever heard in the form of a song about Penelope Perfect, which the mixing on this song sounds so laughably bad, and the lyrics, although sung with this like friendship vibe to it, sounds really uncomfortably performed by both singers.
stickle.
But after this, we get more unfunny comedy from Captain Catastrophe, with Russell and David basically fucking around with him like dickheads. To which he rightfully so gets mad at this, of course. We also get another awful tune called I Can Be Tall, which honestly has no real reason of being here. So let's move on. Finally, Penelope discovers that Antoine and David forgot to put petrol in their car, and we get the last two songs, of course, with the Goodbye song, which is, in my honest opinion, one of the better songs David sang on, actually, plus the beat to it is really catchy as fuck too.
Goodbye, everybody. We had a really, really good time. We loved it on the farm. It's goodbye.
But overall, the video is okay. Like, that's all I can say, as I didn't really grow up on this one as much as the last video and the next ones I'll be talking about. So that's it. I got nothing else to say about this one. Sorry.
See you later, alligator. Eat a wild crocodile. See you soon on the moon. Don't forget your toilet paper.
The third video I'm talking about was in 2006, when basically the Hooley Dooleys left ABC and went to Warner Brothers, which is, yeah, not good to be honest. Like, it started off a bit promising with this video, but what I realised while researching is that this video was actually filmed when they were still with the ABC at the time, from this 2007 article I read about it, which says, and I quote, disclaimer, before I read the article, I do warn, the version I'm going to read is a shortened and more comprehensive version of it that will make this video not be too long, so my apologies in advance. The article says, the Children's Act abandoned the ABC last year and has signed with Warner Home Video locally with an international deal likely to be announced in the next few months. But after 10 years in which they were mere bit players below the ABC's premier suite of money spinners, The Wiggles Show, Bananas Pajamas and Play School, the Hooley Dooleys have broke free in contentious circumstances. Their transition, which includes new management, refined characters, the recording of a new TV pilot and an upcoming North American tour, hasn't enamored everyone. Entertainment Alliance's Jill Kohlberg, fuck, I'm butchering the name, aren't I? Who took over management and production of the Hooley Dooleys early last year, saw it differently. She says, there was no point going with the ABC because they couldn't give us the future we wanted, she says. Kohlberg's mission was to refresh a group that had a keen audience and brand recognition. Nevertheless, the Dooleys were largely seen as a hokey act compared with the slick Wiggles operation. She agreed they lived in the shadow of the Wiggles. Though the ABC wasn't entirely at fault, ABC events ecstatically supported their live act. I'm gonna trim it a bit more down because most of the article is pretty much just, you know, saying that the Dooleys won an aria and all that shit, so I'm gonna skip it to the part where it references going to school. The ABC committed to another 12 months with the group due to the new management, but asked for them to rush a new DVD into production. The group abandoned their touring schedule to shoot the new DVD Going to School. 2 days into filming, ABC Enterprises told them to remove the word school from the title, as it would mean satisfying stricter educational requirements. Then 2 days before delivering their master of the DVD, the ABC told Colgate, they and Roadshow Entertainment no longer wanted the DVD. Their full Father's Day release schedule was cried as an excuse before somebody concluded the Wiggles would launch their 15th anniversary celebration DVD and CD in September called Racing to the Rainbow. Anyways, basically the first of the How To series doesn't really offer anything new in this 52-minute video besides stuff you already know about, with such awfully written lines that makes Cool Cat look like a fucking Shakespeare play that are so poorly spoon-fed by such characters like Russell the Muscly Kangaroo.
Mummies and daddies say no one should ever go anywhere alone. Ever. Always with a buddy.
Whoa, Penelope, perfect.
You're being a big superhero bully.
Antoine.
Oh, look, Tickle, you're perfect. You're very special. Being a purple furry doodad is what makes you Tickle. And look, there's no other Tickle in the world.
David.
It is a new day and a big adventure, and well, it's okay to be afraid, but I think we need to stand tall, breathe deep, and we'll be okay.
And of course, Penelope Perfect.
Well, thank you very much, but it's my Vegemite sandwich and my apple.
David, you give me that Vegemite sandwich or I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll... Well, I did want your lunch, and I wasn't being very nice. Oh dear, I'm terribly sorry. Will you forgive me? I promise never to be a bully again at school or ever be mean again. Will you still play with me?
Well, sure, you're normally such a kind person. Maybe you should say that you're sorry to the kids too.
Okay. Okay. I'm sorry for being a bully. Will you still play with me? Sure. Come on.
This is basically an adult's version of a kid's first day at school, which is so hilariously inaccurate that even a child would be like, hey, that isn't right. Also, we get a lot of off-keyed performances from David. Mel Heap.
If you wanna jump like me, boing, 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 boing. If you wanna jump like me, boing, 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 boing. In my bag, I've got what I'll be needing for today. When I'm at school, I've got lunch in a paper bag and an apple too. I've got drinks and some special treats just for a kangaroo. And down there, in a special place, spare undies just in case I might have a bit of an accident or something. I'll be okay.
And the annoyance side character that makes you think, will suicide send me to hell if I did it?
H-E-A-N. They make sounds.
Oh, let's talk about Mrs. Gay. I mean, Jay. Goddamn YouTube poops. And black, yet Scottish principal, which for some reason isn't culturally insensitive at all, am I right? But of course, we get some product placement for the last video in the first song called Wakey Wakey, written by my favourite French man of all time, Antoine. I didn't forget about David. What can I say, but David here gives me some desperate Backstreet Boys wannabe vibes during the breakfast song. Like, damn, it's sad when you're 45 years old and you want to be 18 again so hard. Like, God, those years are over. Move on, dude. One thing they got right is that this clip from the computer song could be used for a drug abuse commercial. Do you not believe me? Here's some evidence supporting this claim.
Tickle, 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 tickle. You have to stop. We have to go. Tickle. Now, take a deep breath. That's it. Now, take my hand slowly. Yes, that's it, that's it. We have to go now, Tickle. We have to go. That's it. Good girl. That's it. Excellent. Come with me. Come on, come on. That's...
Authorised by the Commonwealth Government, Canberra.
Honestly, How to Go to School offers nothing more, in my opinion, than just pure hilarity at its best, yet pure annoyance as well, of course, with the Mrs. J character. Overall, this is a good watch for a night with the boys, and yes, I mean you, Jackson, of course. We gotta watch this, please, bro. Please, bro, we gotta watch this. Anyways, let's go to the next one. Oh god, this is killing me slowly, and my innocence.
You can jump a rope and double dutch when it's playtime. We can patty cake, clap along when it's playtime. This body of mine.
With How to Exercise, it does a good job at educating the young audience about fitness, but unfortunately fails in many things like blatant self-promotion.
Oh, what are you watching?
Oh, I'm watching the best movie, the Hooley Dooleys Go to School. Oh, it's so exciting. Oh, I just can't.
Russell.
The new Captain Catastrophe being even more annoying than the original, which I'm like, how the fuck does that work?
Oh no!
Oh, yeah.
What's that? I feel something, boom, boom, and it's right here, and it's going boom, boom. I think something's
Oh, no.
wrong. Somebody
Oh,
call
dear.
the ambulance.
Oh.
Someone to the hospital. I want my mommy.
Oh, catastrophe. It's just your heart beating because you've been exercising. It's going fast. It happens to all of us. Come on. Oh.
Awful dialogue by Mel Heap.
Water is a must, so your body doesn't rust. Oh, get it? You get it? You no rust, no water, no. Don't you get it, Captain? That's it. Oh, come on, guys. It's funny, isn't it?
No.
Just a little bit.
It's lovely to hear you laugh, though, Russell.
Oh, thank you.
More awful off-key singing by David.
R-U-S-S-E-L-L. Now, whose name do those letters spell? He can show you how to move. He can show you how to dance. He's loving the hip-hop pop. He's doing it every day. It's the truth. You gotta have food and energy. You need food to think. And you need food to keep you going strong. You gotta have food.
An awful screen, which this and the next one are what I call, hey, let's use a screen instead of filming on location, like the other videos. But the difference between Oopsadazee and this is that the green/blue screen for that looked much better and actually looked well animated considering the company they were working with. Also, we get an awful rap by Russell the Muscly Kangaroo, which is really bad. Like, I can't tell you how I felt hearing this while watching it.
Now shake your hips. And hop, hop, hop. Like a kangaroo. Hip, hip, hop, hop, hip, hop, hop.
Anyways, overall, How to Exercise is just really unwatchable. Even if you're watching it ironically or unironically, like, this is worth only a one-time watch. And that's it. Like, it's really forgettable. I have nothing else to say. Which is why my review here is a lot shorter compared to the other videos I've talked about thus far. Anyways, I'll see you in part 2. Part 2 is going to be the Christmas one, which I decided I'd rather do it in December, as it's more fitting to the subject of Christmas, of course. You know, the subject of Christmas and shit, so I'd rather do it in December. Anyways, the next review will be in December. See you in December. See you in December. Merry Christmas.
Oh, yeah, and Feliz Navidad.